the audio is bad because I lost the microphone. But like, I have no excuses. Okay. You know what? I'm sorry. I asked you guys to send me questions for Q&A on Instagram, so if you don't follow me there, you should definitely go follow me. It'll be linked in the description box below. And if you're from TikTok, just go to my TikTok account and click where it says like the little YouTube icon, and there's also my Instagram linked, in case you wanted to find it that way. One person asked a question saying, how many grades did you skip to be 16 and a senior? If you guys did not know, yes, I am 16 years old. Yes, I am a senior in high school. I'm also homeschooled, so I know for a lot of people that clears things up automatically because you can just move a little faster when you homeschool. But I've been homeschooled all my life, and it's honestly a really long story. I did not skip any grades. I've done all 12 grades. I'm currently in 12th grade. So I'll probably make a separate video about that. If you guys want to see that, definitely let me know. I'll probably put like the little info thing somewhere up here where you guys can decide if you want to see it or not. And so I know how much you want to see it. Somebody asked, what inspires you to do makeup? And honestly, I've always liked makeup in general. I think that these days people are a lot more accepting about you wearing a lot of makeup. I think to a lot of people this is a lot of makeup, but really what a lot of makeup is completely subjective to the individual. There's no like little scale telling you how much makeup you're wearing. Like, no, it's subjective to how each individual person thinks what. So I've always liked makeup ever since I was little. I literally have a picture of when I was like 3 and I had drawn pin on my lips, which I'm sure was not healthy. But I've always liked makeup in general ever since I was little. I wasn't allowed to wear it like full face until I was 15. I'll be 17 in 3 months, so I had to think for a second there. When do you get your braces off? I have like 18 more months with mine. First off, I am so sorry that you have 18 more months. I get mine off, I think, in about 6 to 7 months. I'm supposed to. My total time is supposed to be 18 months. But it's possible to go to 24 months, so 2 years. But I'll have them for a year. I want to say like November, somewhere in the middle of November. I've had them for like a year. Someone asked, how old are you? I am 16. Do you ask... Okay, I knew this one was probably gonna come up. Someone asked, do you have a boyfriend? And the answer is no. They also asked, if so, why not? Honestly, my opinions are going to be very different than I already know than the majority of teenagers, but that's okay. I'm okay with being different. So basically, I know that I am not, as far as my character goes, developed enough to be able to have another person depending on me emotionally and just in general taking up my time. So I think I have a lot more to work on with myself and other things I want to do before I am in a relationship. Just to make a long story short, I could make a whole video about this, so if you guys want me to do that, let me know. I definitely will. What eyelashes do you use? I get a lot of questions about this, and so much so that I actually put them in my TikTok bio. I use Lily lashes, if you're talking about these ones specifically. I use a variety of lashes. I like Ardell's if I'm on the drugstore end, but these that are what I get the most questions about, they are Lily lashes in the style Miami, which are quite popular in the makeup community. Colleges of choice. Okay, so basically, I was planning on going to college like straight out of high school, but I'm not sure what I want to do. I see college as an investment in yourself and something you should get a significant return on. So since I don't know what I want to do, I'd rather not spend all that time and all that money first. I think I want to take a gap year, especially since I'm really enjoying TikTok, and I've always liked social media marketing and social media in general. So just the idea of maybe being able to make something out of that is really cool. I don't know if it will go anywhere, but if it does, that would be awesome. We'll see what happens. Somebody asked, how did you get famous on TikTok? If you guys do not know, I wouldn't consider myself famous. I have 370,000 followers at the moment. I've only had TikTok for not even 2 months. I think it'll be 2 months on November 4th. I'm not even sure. My general rule to people when they ask me like, how do I get content out on TikTok. TikTok is still a younger app, so much like YouTube back in like 2015, where all of the creators were kind of booming because the algorithm wasn't so oversaturated yet. I would say just make content, put it out there, see where it goes. If you ever have an idea, make sure to put it in the notes of your phone, because it's easy to forget if you can't film a TikTok right then and there, which I know most of us cannot. So just definitely put your ideas in your notes, find an audio that fits the idea you have, and make it relatable to a widespread audience, and you're gonna have the best luck doing that. But that's just basically what I've been doing. And it's been working pretty well for me, but I'm sure other TikTokers that have much higher of a following than me would probably have maybe different advice. I don't know, that's just mine. Someone asked, how do you become so pretty? I think that beauty is it's literally in the eye of the beholder. Some people are gonna think that I look ugly, some people are gonna think I look pretty. At the end of the day, I know my value isn't determined by someone's point of view of me, and I think that's a really important thing to keep in mind when you're getting criticism from people, especially online. If you were talking to a widespread audience, most people aren't going to agree with you completely, and that's okay. People can have different opinions, just don't let it get to you. That's been my kind of thought about that. But honestly, just being confident and treating others with respect and always being kind to one another and treating people how you would like to be treated. I can't pronounce my R's, I'm sorry. Treating people how you would like to be treated, that is what's going to make you pretty on the out. If I'm inside out, like, it's literally just gonna shine through you, and no one can deny that. Like, somebody you might not have thought was most physically attractive or whatever, literally if you get to know their personality and they're super sweet and respectful and kind to everybody, like, they just physically they look 10 times better. And I know that for a fact. Like, it's just psychological. We see that person and how they treat others is so great, and we just are like, oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. And same, it literally can go the opposite way. Someone you find physically attractive and then they're a jerk to people, you're automatically gonna, most likely, most of the time, start finding them less attractive, which is what I've seen in my experience so far, but I've only had 16 years on the earth, so take it or leave it. Somebody asked, what's the perfect guy for you? I know that there's never going to be someone that's absolutely perfect for me, because everybody has their flaws. What's important to remember is you can pick your partner's flaws, kind of. Like, everybody's going to have their issues, but you can decide which person's issues you're going to take on in marriage, ultimately, is what I want to do. Someone that's perfect for me, I don't think there's ever going to be someone perfect for me, but definitely just general characteristics. Loves Jesus, like, loves Jesus, is always willing to have a conversation about Christianity. I am a Christian, if you didn't know. Definitely is super respectful. In general, if a guy treats his mom with respect, he's going to treat his girl with respect after the butterflies and the physical stuff all wears off, you know what I mean, like the first 3 months. Definitely is like, go straight for work and responsibility, isn't a slacker, isn't lazy, always is willing to better himself, to be a better person and help others in the world. That's definitely just some key factors in my mind. And somebody that respects my parents. If you don't respect my parents, you're out. Someone asked, I think more people should wait longer to start serious dating, like 18 to 19. Absolutely. I know this is an unpopular opinion, and most people are like, dating is just fun though, and like, we're not doing anything serious. You're literally just putting your heart in a battlefield and waiting for it to get shot. It seems like such a waste of time to me, and you can put your heart wherever you want to put your heart, but you're going to have far less scars when you find the person you're going to marry if you just abstain from it. Yes, it's different. Yes, you will be looked at like you're crazy because you decide to abstain from relationships. That happens to me a lot. People are like, how are you single? Like, it's a bad thing to be single. Like, somehow your value is determined by whether you're in a relationship or not, which is a really sad point of view. A relationship doesn't determine your value whatsoever. You have the same value single as you do in a relationship, and that value is infinite. You cannot measure it with any amount of stuff or money or following. So I would say yes, because I think a lot of people also just need a lot more character development. That's just my personal take on it. I feel like a lot of people start dating and they're learning so much about themselves, and to just go putting all that learning you're doing about yourself and life around you and put it on somebody else who's doing the same thing. It just seems like a bit of a catastrophe waiting to happen, but once again, some people, like, I think it's like 7% of high school relationships work out, so you could be part of the 7%. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Somebody asked, how do you avoid being rude and so bold and confident at the same time? I think that is an amazing question and something that is really hard to get across sometimes, because I have come across as like rude with how confident, and I have what I think and I know what I think, and you can disagree with me, fine. I'm willing to have a conversation, but I'm never going to be shamed out of my views. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to change my views, have a respectful conversation with me. Don't treat me like trash just because you disagree. That's a complete sign of immaturity on the other person's part. And so to me, it's just like, okay, you're basically throwing a fit. Come back to me when you can be a young adult, okay? But, see, like that, I don't know if some people thought that was rude, but that's just how I usually talk to people. That's how I come across. I try to be sensitive with people's feelings and emotions. I never want to dance around the point of view. So I usually just go straight for answering it, but try to be soft and understanding at the same time in how I answer something. Like, you may think differently, that's okay, this is just my point of view. And in general, I like to go for just logic and facts. I don't like the feeling side, because feelings are so different depending on the person. So yeah, that's just my point of view with that. I don't know, I think some people could still think it comes across as rude or cocky, but I'm like, I will listen to you and your opinions of me. Just like, go for it. Just please be respectful. I will be respectful back. We are supposed to be young adults here. Let's treat each other like we are adults, because treating each other like children, everyone's just gonna end up throwing a fit, and that never gets anywhere good. So that's just my point of view. Someone asked, what's your ethnicity? I am Caucasian. I don't know exactly what I am, like in a Caucasian mix. I don't really care. I don't think my ethnicity determines, or anyone's ethnicity in general determines their value in any way, shape, or form. So I mean, maybe it'd be cool to know all the little details of where I come from, but I don't know. I just see myself as a person, just like everybody else. Someone asked, what's your zodiac sign? I don't really believe in that stuff. I mean, you can believe in whatever you want, but I think it's kind of in the box to think a time in which you are born determines so many characteristics about your personality. I just feel like that's a little bit closed-minded, but that's definitely, you can take that or leave that information. According to the star thing, the chart, I am an Aquarius, which I don't really identify with. Like, if I'm reading Aquarius, I'm like, no, that's not me. Like, a lot of them, like, they're kind of shy and they're kind of sweet. First, I'm like, I'm not shy, like, at all. So, I don't know. I don't make too much of a big deal about that, because I don't think it defines anything about me. But yeah, according to them, I'm an Aquarius. I don't think it describes me very well, though. So many people are asking if I have a boyfriend. So I'm just scrolling through all these Instagram DMs being like, do you have a boyfriend? And I'm like, no. Will you graduate, and would you be in a long distance relationship? I'm supposed to graduate in June, I assume. That's when I usually finish my school year, so that's when I plan on graduating. I would be in a long distance relationship for sure. I think it's definitely harder to be in a long distance relationship because everything's through a screen and it can feel very artificial. I mean, the closest you get is me saying something sweet to you, like literally through the YouTube screen. So it's definitely harder, and it's not the same level of emotion, and it's hard to connect more when you're apart. But I think when you're together, it's so much more rewarding and you really value each other a lot. And also that comes with a lot of long distance relationships are trust issues. Personally, I would want to completely trust my partner. If they're not trusting me, that would be kind of a red flag to me, being like, okay, well, if you don't trust me in this thing now, what are you not going to trust me with later? So trust is a big deal in long distance relationships. I would definitely be in one. I'd probably prefer not to, just because of how hard it is, but I'd never break up with somebody over long distance. Someone asked, can you do a vlog? I am almost certain I will end up doing a vlog. I don't really leave the house much, but when I do, we can vlog. I get my license on December 7th, so I plan on maybe like vlogging the first time I'm by myself because I want to go shopping by myself. I don't know why, I just do. So maybe I'll vlog that. Let me know if you want that. Someone said, what's the type of boy you like physically? I don't really care. I prefer people to be at least pretty fit. I like people to take care of their body in general, but I wouldn't like not date somebody because they're not ripped or something, you know what I mean? Because I don't always want to work out either. I just appreciate if you take care of your body because that means you're going to take care of other things you care about in the future, just like a note in my brain. I definitely like curly hair. I've got a thing for curly hair. I don't know why. Dark eyes, usually. I like really dark eyes. Not to say that I don't like blue eyes, I just have always been more drawn to brown eyes. And preferably taller, but I feel like that's super basic and it's not like I wouldn't date someone that's shorter. Like I would. I just, like if I was picking somebody out as like a model type or something, he'd probably be taller, have curly hair, dark eyes, and be pretty fit. That sounds like so bad. And as far as like skin tone goes, I literally don't care. It means nothing to me. Okay, I think that's all the questions I'm going to do today. If you guys don't already follow me on TikTok, you definitely should. It is Brooke Monk _. I will show you my TikTok picture right here. And yeah, go follow me if you don't already. You probably do. I'm pretty sure everyone watching this video has come from TikTok. And yeah, if you don't follow my Instagram, go follow my Instagram, also Brooke Monk _. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you want to see a certain video of mine, and make sure to vote up here, these little, wherever the little eye thing is, you know what I'm talking about. Make sure to vote on which video you want to see next. Let me know down in the comments if there isn't one that I have up here video, what you would like to see me do. I hope you guys have a great I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless.